Okay, welcome to another session on inequalities in one variable. These are hard questions. Let's see if the inequality 2 root 3 bracket 2y plus 5 root 3 is greater than or equals to 5 root 3y plus 3, which inequality represents the possible range of the values of the term 2 plus root 3y. Okay, so let's start solving. Okay, so my objective is to get 2 plus root 3y as an inequality on one side. So that first I'll have to expand this. So 2 root 3 multiplied by 2 gives me 4 root 3y, and then 2 root 3 into 5 root 3. So if you don't know that, you can use your calculator. So 2 root 3 multiplied by 5 root 3. I'm expanding the bracket. That gives me 30. Okay, then I have 5 root 3y here plus 3. I'm going to have some subtractions here, and I'm going to say that 30 minus 3 is greater than or equals to 5 root 3y, 27, 5 root 3y minus 4 root 3y, and that's root 3y. Now, one thing that I could do is I could solve each of my answer options and compare my answer option, or I could try to create this expression where it says 2 plus root 3y. So I also want a 2 plus on this side. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to balance this inequality and put a plus 2 on this side as well. So this gives me 29 is greater than 2 plus root 3y. So 2 plus root 3y is less than or equals to 29. The first answer option should be correct. That is the correct answer. Okay. Um, then the next one seems challenging. Okay, since there is a modulus on both sides, I don't think there's going to be an easy way to solve this one. So what we'll have to do is we'll have to try out each of the answer options and see if they fit. Okay. The first answer option says that all values, the union of all values from union of all values from minus 4 to infinity and 1 to infinity. So let's try out two values from here. From the first bracket, I can try out, let's say, minus 5. And from the second bracket, I can try out 2. If these two answers fit, then that is my correct answer option. So I'm going to insert minus 5 here and see if this balances my equation or inequality, not equation, it balances my inequality. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to say that either I can use my calculator, or I should know that what a modulus does is it changes a negative number inside to a positive number when it takes the impact. So the modulus of minus 3 is going to be 3. The modulus of 5 minus 5 is going to be 5. Is 5 greater than 6? Yes, it is greater than 6. So this one is correct. Okay, let's check out the next one. 2 plus 2 plus 2 is greater than 6. So this comes out as 4. It keeps a positive number positive. So that's 6. 6 is greater than 6. No, that doesn't seem right. So A can't be the correct answer option. Let's go with another answer option and try out a different set of answers here. Let's see. What is the next answer option that I have? The next answer option that I have is, okay, there was a minus 4 here, but there's a 2 here. Okay, so let's check if 3 balances my equation. So I've tried out minus 5 already. Let's try out 3. So modulus of 3 plus 2 plus modulus of 3 is greater than 6. Yes, that sounds like the right answer option. 8 is greater than 6. So these values are sort of balancing. So it should be greater than 2. I think that's working out. So I'm going to say that that is the correct answer option. I've done trial and error. There's no shorter way to do this question. That is the correct answer option. See the next one. It says solve the inequalities and determine the interval which best describes the variable x. Okay, so I'm going to break it up into two. These are difficult questions, which is why you see difficult difficulty emerging here as well. Okay, so let's first try to separate the inequalities. Okay, and it says x is greater than 0. Okay, the easy way to do this is to first take an LCM. This should become 14x. 7 times 2x is less than or equals to 1 over x. Since x is greater than 0, I'm not afraid of cross multiplying right now. So I get minus 5x. So I'm cross multiplying, I get, yeah, that is going to cause a little bit of a problem because I have x on both sides. Can I cancel out these x values? Yes, I can cancel out these x values. I'm going to say that these x values cancel out. So I get minus 5 plus 14x is less than or equals to 2. 14x is less than or equals to 7. X is less than or equals to 7 over 14. So that gives me half as an included value. Okay, I bring minus 2 on this side. 3x minus 1 over x is 2 over x. Okay, I cross multiply. Now when I divide both sides by minus 2, remember that whenever you're dividing or multiplying by a negative number on both sides, you will end up with a flipped inequality, so x has to be greater than minus 1. So what answer option am I looking at? I'm looking at values that are greater than minus 1 but less than half. Oh, okay, since it couldn't have been negative, D should have been the correct answer. X is greater than 0. I didn't realize that. That should be the correct answer. Let's look at if that was the correct answer. Yep. Okay, the last one should be the correct answer. Okay, so the correct answer is from 0 to half and not the one that I picked. The following system of inequalities is one variable is given by this. What is the solution of the two inequalities in the interval form? So I have 20x minus 30 minus 4x minus 2 is less than 0. 16x is less than 32. X is less than 2. Okay, that's one set. Second one, 6x x minus 2 plus 17 less than 9x plus 42. So I get 15 minus 42, 3x. So it's 15 minus 42, I think 27, minus 27 divided by 3. So x is greater than minus 9 and x is also less than 2. X is greater than minus 9 and x is less than 2. So they're not included. Okay. It says if a manufacturer wants to increase the concentration of their 8% solution to a level between 14% to 16%, how many liters of a 24% solution should they add to their existing 400 liter supply? Okay, so they have a 8% solution. Let's say they have 0.08x. Okay, that's the concentration of some chemical out of a total of x. How many liters of a 20%, 24% solution should they add to their existing 400 liter supply? So they have an existing 400 liter supply. Okay, so right now they have 8 times 400.08 into 400. So right now they have 32 liters of their chemical that they want. They want to add a 24% mixture. So it says more than 240 liters, but less than 400 liters. So what I'm going to do is I think the best way out is to make an inequality out of this. I think that should work. So I'm adding 0.24 of some quantity x of a new solution. Okay, there's a new solution that's 24% concentrated. What overall concentration do I want? I want an overall concentration of 0.14 of the total. Okay, so 400 plus x, 400 was an existing turtle that I had an existing 400 liters of the solution, and I want this to be 0.16 of 400 plus x. So it's a difficult question to understand. Please make sure that you understand it properly. What I've created in the middle, 32 is the original quantity of the concentration that I have. Then I'm adding a new solution with the quantity x. It has a concentration of 24%, so that's 24% of x. Okay, so 0.14 times 400 initial, and then x what is added, and 0.16 times 400 plus x is again initial plus what I added. I want my concentration to stay between um, total concentration should stay between these two limits. Okay, so the first inequality that I am solving is this. So what's 0.14 times 400? It's 56 plus 0.14x. 56 minus 32. So x is greater than 240. So I know that I want something greater than 240. So either A or D should be the correct answers. That's 64. 64 minus 32 gives me 32 as well. 0.08x. So x should be 400. It's less than 400 and greater than 240. I think that's the correct answer. It's checked. Yes. Okay. Let's look at some more hard questions. I think there should be more. Okay. So this is a relatively difficult question. I don't think I can cross multiply here. And the reason is you can't cross multiply when you don't know when the denominator is going to be negative or positive. So we will have to do these with again trial and error. So I want a number between minus infinity and minus 5 with minus 5 included. So I'm going to use that. I'm going to see if minus 5 works. And then I want a number between minus 3 and 3. So I'm going to use 0. I'm see if these two things balance my question. Okay. 5 minus 3, so 3 over 2. Okay, I should in fact use something less than minus 5. Let's use minus 6 so that we know if the inequality is working out or not. So minus 6. So that gives me 1. If you don't know how to do this, your calculator can also do absolute values. If you go to catalog and you do numeric calculations, there is an absolute value that gives you this. You can write it uh, in the denominator. Once you've written the numerator, I can write it like that and go to numeric calculations. I don't think there's an absolute value directly somewhere. If you see it, well and good. If you don't, that's how you put in absolute values here. Okay, that should come up in the denominator. So I was putting in -6. Okay, that gives me 1. Is 1 less than or equals to 3 over 2? Yes, 1 is less than or equals to 3 over 2. So that seems fine. Let's check if 0 works. Okay, so I'm going to say if 0 works, 0 is less than 3 over 2. 0. So -3. Okay, so that's also working out. That's -1. So that's also less than or equals to 3 over 2. And then it says there's another union from 5 to infinity as well. Okay, let's see 5 to infinity works. Let's try out 6. 6 is also going to work because -6 worked, and so 6 should also work. I can do the calculations for you. Okay, and they should remain the same. So the first answer option has two unions of three different intervals. So the first union is sort of working out for me. I think that should be the correct answer since 5 was also working and 5 was balancing out. Yes, that is the correct answer option. Remember that very long questions don't exist on the SAT because you have to answer them within a set limit. Okay, then this one 7x minus 3 root 2. 5x is less than 5 root 2. X is less than or equals to root 2. What is the greatest possible value of 2x minus root 2? Okay, so if x is less than or equals to root 2, then let's check 2 root 2. That's the greatest value. Root 2 is the greatest value of x. So I'm going to say that x is root 2. So 2 root 2 minus root 2 gives me root 2. I think that should be the greatest possible value of 2x minus root 2. Yeah, that is the correct answer. Let's see this. The triangle's longest side is equals to 6 times the shortest side, and the third side of the same triangle is 3 centimeters shorter than the longest side. What is the smallest side's minimum length if the triangle's perimeter is at least 75 meters? So let's draw three sides and say that smallest, shortest, longest, and medium. Let's see what limitations we have. It says the longest side is equals to the shortest side. So if the shortest side is x, the longest should be 6x. And the third side of the same triangle, so the medium side is 3 centimeters shorter than the longest side. So 3 centimeters shorter than the longest side. Okay. What is the smallest side side's minimum length if the triangle's perimeter is at least 75? So x plus 6x plus 6x minus 3 is at least 75. So 8x is greater than or equals to 78. I think that should be the correct answer. 9.75. My bad, I've added this up incorrectly. This is not 8x, this is 13x. 78 divided by 13 is 6. The x is greater than or equals to 6. That is the correct answer. Question number 4, it says the rectangle's length measure is 2 root 2 times the measure of the width. If the perimeter of the rectangle is at most 20 meters, find the maximum measure of the exact width of the rectangle. The length is 2 root 2 times the width. If the perimeter of the rectangle is at most, so perimeter is 2L plus W. is at most 20. So 2 L plus W, so L can be written as 2 root 2W plus W is less than or equals to 20. This 2 gets divided. I get 2 root 2W plus W is less than or equals to 10. I take W common, 2 root 2 plus 1 is less than or equals to 10. So 10 gets divided by 2 root 2 plus 1. I want an answer in decimals, so shift and execute. So W is less than or equals to 2.61. Yep. Okay, let's see this quickly. What I'm going to do is I'm going to move 2 to this side, and 5x plus 4 divided by 7 minus 3x minus 7 over 5. Take a common denominator. So 35 gets cross multiplied and gives me 70. So 25x plus 20 minus 21x plus 49. So 70 minus 20 minus 49 is greater than or equals to 4x. 69 and 70, so that's 1. So x is less than or equals to 1/4. Is that the correct answer? Yes, that is indeed the correct answer. Let's see if we have a next session. I think we've solved this one. I sort of remember the answers. I think we solved this one too. I think we solved this one too. This one was also done earlier. This one was also done earlier. Okay, that's it for this topic. These were difficult questions. It took me a lot of time as well to solve them. These were 10 questions. It took me about 22 minutes to solve them. So make sure that you understand these questions if they appear on the exam. If you're doing well on the exam, remember that the test is adaptive, so it's going to give you very difficult questions at times as well. So make sure you know how to solve them. Thank you for watching. I will be back with more videos.